There's the number 2. All right, folks. Good evening. Eric's House of Cards here. We are getting ready to start the second half of our full case break for Gypsy Queen. These are the second 5 boxes of the break that we did earlier. Started at 7 o'clock with the first 5. This is that right side of the case that we started earlier. These are auctions that ended earlier today on eBay. Again, all teams are paid up. Thank you all for your bidding and winning and paying on time. It is always appreciated. All pros there is a 10% bonus that heads over to the Movember Foundation, which as a cancer survivor is near and dear to my heart. So I do appreciate that. And when you guys do bid and win those listings, 10% of those, the totals go over to Movember. You can see the number 2 here I got on the second set of boxes. Right before we get started, I'm going to go real quick through our listing of folks. Many of all are coming to us again from break 1. Appreciate it. If this is your first break with us, we appreciate that. If you're here for the 5th time, we also appreciate that. Like to talk baseball, food, drink, music, a couple other things maybe, but definitely enjoy any conversation we like to have here while we're breaking our boxes and ripping some wax. Without further ado, here we go. Let's rip. New York Yankees. Once again, Todd G. Thank you, sir. Robert M. on the Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati Reds to Brady D. Tom E. on the Royals, Giants, and Pirates. Logan H. on the Philadelphia Phillies. Seattle Mariners to Daniel W. Toronto Blue Jays going up to Henry up in New Hampshire. St. Louis Cardinals to Huang C. Jesse W. Texas Rangers. Richard S. on the Washington Nationals. Colorado Rockies and Boston Red Sox to Jared P. Sean K. for the Padres and White Sox. Baltimore Orioles to Daniel O. Panus N. for the Miami Marlins. Minnesota Twins. Oakland Athletics. Cleveland Indians and Arizona Diamondbacks. Thank you. Appreciate that. Holly H. for the Atlanta Braves. Jonah W. for the Tampa Bay Rays. Houston Astros to Jimmy G. Sir. Milwaukee Brewers to Michael B. Detroit Tigers to Matt V. Los Angeles Dodgers to Keith E. And last but not least, Timothy G. coming in with the Los Angeles Angels. All right, y'all. I did do a little bit of research in between breaks. Those Jackie Robinson cards and the Roberto Clemente Negro League cards are 1 in 200. So no surprise that we did not see any in the first set of breaks. We are in the process of sorting that first break. And so when we do find that anything else that we had, I will definitely make sure to get those sleeved and ready for our shipment, which we will be doing. Everything does ship. I think I left that out the first time around. All these cards do ship. We'll probably get these out on Wednesday, probably packed up and sorted tonight, packed up tomorrow, and then out the door on Wednesday to everybody. Each box here has got 24 packs, 8 cards per pack. We did see one with 9 cards that had 2 team script variation parallels in it. The 3 chrome box toppers. We saw a couple numbers there. I did look at some of those. The indigo and the blue. The indigos were at a 150 and the blue at a 99. They looked exactly the same. I put them right next to each other and they look exactly the same. So I got to check and see if that is the case across the board or not. The regular base indigo looks like indigo and the blue looks like blue, but on the chrome, the blue and indigo parallels, which are supposed to be 150 and 99 respectively, look exactly the same. So it's just a little wicked there on that coloring. They definitely all look blue. But like I said, we will definitely take a look at the Roberto Clemente, Jackie Robinson variations to see if we have any. I've got a site that shows the pictures of them It's Cardboard Connection. If anybody wants to see that, I guess I can give them props. If not, whatever. But that's the site I go to. They're pretty good about checklists and everything like that. So I'll make sure that that's all good to go. And so aside from that, I'm ready to get started to rip some wax. I'll do a little better this time around on these cards because, man, they were definitely killing me the first time. All right, so there we go. That's 99 in the back. Chris Sale, Yoan Moncada, Anthony Rendon. So this is the blue, right? This looks blue to me. I'd go grab the other ones, but they're getting stored in the other room right now. If we come up with a chrome that's at a 150, I'll put it right next to this one. They look exactly the same. So who knows what they're supposed to be. But this one is definitely the blue. This is at a 99. Nice hit here for the Los Angeles Angels for Anthony Rendon. And then Chris Sale and Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. Anything new going on? I did see the Mets lost the first game of their doubleheader against the Braves. Hopefully they'll pull out the second game and break even on this. They definitely need to keep on top of the Braves and keep ahead of them. So hopefully they will continue to do that. It's interesting. It says on the box, packs with a special insert may contain 4 to 7 cards. Obviously, we didn't see anything like that first time around. So maybe we will. It'd be nice. Usually right there, it's usually the third to last card is the one that's been the parallel or insert, etc. So we'll see if that holds serve for our next set here. I'm going to go through the base cards pretty quick. Charlie Morton here on the parallel. This is the mauve base parallel. This should be at a 75. 63 out of 75 for Charlie Morton here. And the like I said, on the base cards, I'm going to kind of go through them quickly. There are a lot of them as we will go through this break. If there's anybody specific or special you want to have penny sleeved, we will sleeve all of the inserts and parallels in penny sleeves, at least all autographs and serial numbered cards and relics do get top loaders. But is there anybody specific that you want to have sleeved? Please let me know, and we will definitely acquiesce and get that taken care of. I did see, too, the bazooka backs were pretty rare as well, so we did hit one of those in the first 5 boxes, so that was definitely not too much of a surprise to only hit one there. The team scripts were pretty good, as well as the no names. They're all pretty simple to pick out when we're going along here. Man. Well, I don't know how they expect anybody to get these bad boys open. I watched one breaker, man. He started using the scissors at the top of them, and I was like, no. I'm definitely not going to do that. It's like Fort Knox to try to get in there. Maybe there's something good in here. Maybe it's going to be all base cards. Who knows? We'll see. But fascinating and how hard those are to get into. Hatch, Caprila, Alvarez. There's Christian Yelich. Those captain cards were definitely pretty numerous in the first time around. I still do put them in sleeves because they are minis. They're a little more susceptible to nicking and damaging when you're holding them and moving around when they're shipping. Lord in heaven. All right. Here's our first autograph for the Washington Nationals, Luis Garcia. Congrats to the Washington Nationals spot. Luis Garcia. Nice looking autograph. Definitely still see the L. Garcia as part of the autograph here for Luis. Yeah, hey, Henry and Daniel, I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you guys when you guys chimed in here. Good evening again, and definitely a long time no see. As you asked earlier, Henry, I'll probably break again, probably September. Just kind of taking a little bit of a break between now and then to see how things go, how much it's made sense for me to do things in this fashion versus just buying into breaks myself. But I've definitely enjoyed this. I like just ripping wax. And, it's been a great experience so far. I've been on eBay for 20 years, right? And so, buying and selling and all kinds of stuff. And this card breaking or being a breaker is definitely new to me. Oh, here we go. Hello. San Francisco Giants. Buster Posey. That is definitely indigo. That is 181 out of 250. This breaking concept, like I said, is new to me. My wife just suggested that I try doing it because I enjoy, opening the packs and all the aspects of this stuff. And I never thought of myself as someone who sits here and talks to folks through now a webcam. I went and bought a webcam at Target the other day, and there are folks that do this and they're professionals, right? It is their livelihood. So much bigger and better setups, right, than I have here. They multiple camera angles and a staff, of 3 or 4 or 5 people who do stuff. My wife is gracious enough to help out with sorting and those kind of things as we kind of work through this stuff. So I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone who buys into the breaks and hangs out and chats around. And I've been a part of breaks as a buyer myself, and it's enjoyable to just kind of, here we go with the no name. Who is this? I'm not going to try to guess. Jonathan Stever. Cool. Rookie card on the no name. Chicago White Sox. Like I said, there are folks who are professional and this is their business, right? So I would expect them to put a lot more into it versus me, who I do this, at night, if you will, after working, all day. And folks that are out there, you guys are working all day or all night or whatever you're doing and buying into these breaks and either hanging out or just, when you get the cards in the mail and, it's just, I enjoy that. And I appreciate, all the stuff that, all the feedback that I've gotten from folks, both just, straight up positive and some good criticism, constructive criticism, nothing negative about what to do different, what to do, here or there. And I appreciate that. It just makes everything easier for everyone. Freddie Freeman right there on the wands for the Braves. So, just be nice to people. I found that if you're nicer to people, life's easier. Got some color coming here. Pavin Smith. I think that's another Pavin Smith. I feel like we hit him a couple times first go around. I don't remember if it's the same person who has the Diamondbacks in both sides. But like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing the Bowman Chrome coming in September, if that's when it actually comes out. Not sure what else I'll do. I do like Stadium Club, and Stadium Club Chrome will be coming out later this year. That's just one that I have to really kind of think about if I'm going to stick with that one or not. That's the regular Brian. I got to think if I'm going to do the Stadium Club Chrome or not. That is closer to the holiday season and all that kind of stuff, and not only from an expense perspective, just a time and energy type thing too. If it's something that I want to be doing around the holidays or what have you. So I'll see how it goes. There are definitely some sets that I do enjoy doing. As I stated earlier, I thoroughly enjoyed Inception this year. I thought it was a nice looking set, and the concept stays the same over the years, and it's a nice rookie mix of rookie and veteran cards. Again, Stadium Club's one of my favorites. I don't know what I'll do about Gypsy Queen next year. I have to see how much the product will change next year, because it definitely was a little bit of a disappointment coming out, because there's our Lou Brock for our high number. It didn't come out with as many parallels as it was supposed to. If you saw the early release on this card, there were supposed to be more parallels. Yeah, I think I did decide to top load these because these were 1 per box. There was supposed to be like a I'd have to look, but there were supposed to be more parallels. I think there was supposed to be one out of 300 and another one, and they just didn't end up manifesting. And you know, if you bought into the product early, it affected the price, right? And so it's kind of a bummer. Lord in heaven. Definitely good feedback to tops on these packs. Y'all can see, like, some of these have just opened, you know, relatively easily, and others, you know, in the sweet spot, if you will, have just been darn near impossible, right? And when you're doing, you know, you're ripping through so many like we are here, you got time for that. So, Juan Soto on the captain here. You got time for all that stuff to monkey around and take 30 seconds to open one pack. But, you know, in theory, you guys open packs, you know, it should be like, it should open relatively easy and relatively quickly. Get in there and give me my cards. Andres Jimenez. I tell you what, I've gotten so many of these in my break, the Gypsy Queen breaks that I've broken into. I wish it was somebody else. This, I'm going to go off and sell this one. If you guys follow me on other breaks, all the Mets do stay in-house, kind of added to the personal collection, and then get I guess I sell them if I want to, but I have multiples of that already from other GQ breaks, so that's why I said I wish it was something else, because I'd rather you guys hit them. I'd rather be pulling, you know, Blue Jays or, you know, Phillies or Braves or anybody. Oakland A's, anybody. Not like I could trade it in and be like, you know, can I trade this in? I already have it. You know, we were talking before about a museum collection. I got to look up and see what to do. I did get skunked on one of those packs in one of those boxes and ended up with nothing. Each pack is supposed to have either an autograph or a relic, and it was a zero. It had one less card than it was supposed to. I think they're supposed to have 6 cards or 7, and I ended up with, you know, one less, whatever. So I have it on video, obviously, because it's part of the break. So I just got to see what I can do about that. Send Tops a little, hey, can you please give me my appropriate card here? That would be appreciated. I'm sorry, I'm triple checking the Dustin May here, because that's the Negro League patch right there. Is that? Oh man, I need my glasses. I got to take a look at that. It's not in the spot of the parallel either, so I'll take a look at that one later. You know, on the back of these, right, they have the codes, and so obviously the code you can tell. But first of all, I'm not wearing my glasses. Second of all, that print is so minuscule anyway. I don't know how anybody in the world can even see that. I mean, you can see. I'm not even trying to, like, right. It's all blurry. Does it try to focus? No, if it tries to focus. Yeah, no. It's just unreal. It's hard to see. So I'll check it without a doubt and see where we are. But I'll leave that Dustin May on the side. The thing is, too, is, you know, with all the cards that we see, if I see a regular base, right, Dustin May, that doesn't look like that, then I'll know that it's obviously a parallel. I just think I had seen that one when I was going through the pictures of the variations, and that one came up. Here is a Jared Walsh, a little bit of rub. It's unfortunate on the top left corner here. Let me see that a little bit. A little bit of rub on there. It's kind of unfortunate because of the darker indigo color. It kind of shows up a little bit more. That is for Jared Walsh. That is 050 out of 250. Still got some rumblings out there. If you guys hear rumbling in the background, we had a couple storms roll through in Virginia here a little bit earlier tonight. I don't think we're supposed to get any more tonight. Hopefully not. But we'll see. I was going to say, I thought maybe if it's closer to 9:30, there's an amusement park that's around here that does fireworks, but we usually don't hear them from the house. So don't think that's what it is. I did look too on some of the parallels for the Jackie Robinson and Roberto Clemente, and man, they are darn near impossible to see on the picture itself. Like you can't see the 42 or the 21 or anything like that. So definitely have to know kind of what you're looking for, which becomes a lot more apparent, right, when you're going through and you're seeing the cards themselves next to the regular base card, right? So if you have a Cabrian Hayes regular rookie, he's got his regular number on in that card, and then you see the other one and it's that's obviously a little different. So those are definitely ones you can pick up. Here's our chrome topper. I didn't even know. You know what? I didn't even notice a little bit on that right side if that was a dud again. But pretty sure there was a little bit of Dudley on that right side. Maybe I'll start on the right side this time around. We'll see how that goes. All right, box number 2. Starting with our chrome box topper. See where we are. So we got Aaron Judge, Albert Pujols, and Cody Bellinger. Very nice. That is 15 out of 150. So here we go. We're going to do the test real quick here. You guys tell me what you see here. So this is supposed to be the indigo, right, out of 150. This is supposed to be the blue out of 99. I mean, I just don't see it. Maybe it's a little darker. If it's a little, it's a skosh. It is nowhere near the different colors that's in the regular parallels. I don't have a blue one yet, but when we do, I'll show it. But the indigo base card is very apparent. Like it's indigo, right? But it's definitely nowhere near, like that. That's dark, right? I mean, well, the best thing is that we just look on the back, right, and we see what the numbers are out of. So that's the easiest way to look at them to go forward. You know that they're the different colors. I started on the left. All right, I'll go back to the right side and see if we can go there. So if I start talking, I get myself all crazy. So here we go, Red Sox. Here we go for Chris Sale. This is the indigo. That bottom left here still, that's a little pop too. And that's unfortunate on some of these, especially the colored parallels and the dark ones. It's obviously very noticeable on those. That's unfortunate. 215 out of 250 there for Chris Sale. All right, we'll go to the right side. We'll see how the right side does for us. Our pack was much easier to open. I really like the right side. All right, so straight up regular pack. Let's see if I can get us back into focus a little bit. Here we go. We got, these are one of our captain's cards here. Ronald Acuna Jr. Yep. So far, hold and serve. The right side's the dud side. So if you go to your hobby shop and they haven't mixed the packs up, which they should, by the way, go to the left or the middle. There you go. Here's a little bit of color. Carlos Correa for the Houston Astros at a 199. And that is the turquoise parallel for the base cards. That right there with the rest of them. Should we get everybody counted for? Right side. Yeah, just slightly darker, Daniel. Maybe. And I just say that because I just don't see it. It's really hard. Interesting what that chrome did to those, what should be that colored card. So for the right side, though, I don't know if we've even gotten an autograph out of the right side. Watch, we'll get one here. I'm pretty sure the right side's always been kind of a dud so far. A little bit of something coming up here. Looks like one of the Taros of the Diamond card. Xander Bogaerts. He's been on my fantasy team for a couple years now. My mainstay shortstop. Go in the middle stack. Looks like another one of the captain's cards. Fernando Tatis Jr. Like I said, but just these minis, I just like to get them in a penny sleeve. They're just smaller and just makes it easier overall. Here's an autograph. Andy Young for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Congrats to the Diamondbacks. A couple autos now. We had a Dalton Varsho in the first set. A couple Pavin Smith. Parallels earlier. So don't remember if the Diamondbacks have the same person in both, but this is break 2. So this Andy Young is going to break 2. Nice autograph. I like that. You can see Andy Young, see the number there and everything. So that works for me. Being the autograph snob, I like to see the name, the number. Sometimes when players throw their number as part of their autograph, I guess they're hoping to keep that number for most of their career, because obviously they got to change the autograph around if they get on to a different number. I guess that was a good thing about David Wright, that he kept number 5 for the Mets his entire career. That definitely worked out well. I did look up some of those other cards in addition to the Jackie Robinson and Negro League Roberto Clemente. Those mask up cards were one in like 1,100 and something. So definitely much more on the rarer side of the house versus the other parallels and variations of the base cards. So if we see any of those, there's Larry Walker. That is our high number base for this box. What we got here? He is number 319 of 320. And we'll get the ones from the first break top loaded as well, since those are a box hit right there. Definitely a little more on the rare side. Matt Chapman. Pretty much I'm not expecting to see that bazooka back if I get another parallel, but you never know. We did double up on the one team script parallel in that pack that had 9 cards instead of 8 in the last break. So you never know if something might just sneak in there and you don't want to miss it. And throw it in with the rest of the base cards. There's Mr. Pete. Pete Alonso here on base card. That should be out of 150, 131 out of 150. That most definitely goes into the personal collection. Hello, Pete. All right. We got one autograph so far, so we should see another one on the left side. Here we go. There's that hit. I spoke of him in the first break. Tyler Stevenson for the Cincinnati Reds. Nice looking auto there for Tyler Stevenson. Congrats to the Red Spot. Very nice. A little bit better back there. Pull the other guy. That's right. He who shall not be named. Actually, if you name him, it's more likely to come up, right? That's what we've seen. Let's see some masks. I'd like to see a mask card. I think that'd be kind of cool. They are I'm gonna look it up real quick here. Those mask cards are 1 in 1,651. That's a lot. That is an SSP. That's an SSSP. The Jackie Robinsons are 1 in 207, and the Roberto Clemente Negro Leagues are 1 in 204. So they're definitely up there with the different variations and how much they are. They're up. I just looked it up. Okay, so this is not the Negro League one. Should be though, because it's got the patch right there. It's a close picture, very close to what the actual one is. So that is just a regular base May. That's like way too close to even call a. It's interesting though because that's the one. I don't know. I'll still take a look at it again. But that's got the patch. That's why it's throwing me off a little bit. Yep, there's James Karinchak for the Cleveland Indians on the team script. That's our first. Yep, that is our first team script. That one put right there. All the high numbers are veterans. So like Stan Musial or Ricky Henderson, Tony Gwynn. We saw the Larry Walker already. Those 301s to 320s are all vets. Let me see if I can. But you know what? You're right. He is limped in there. He's an SP as part of the base prints. You are 100% right. So, yep, that's where he's at. So we'll see. It's possible. We got 3 more boxes. So that is certainly possible. I just checked that quick checklist there, and you were exactly correct. That's correct. That's exactly where he's lumped into. Um, all right. Let's move on to box number 3. Yes, too, man. These boxes are heavy. Yeah, I hope, like I said earlier, I hope Kelnick does well. It's definitely cool to see these young kids come up. And I mean, obviously, I got the guys on the Mets that I'm following right now, like Ronnie Mauricio and Francisco Alvarez and Brent Beatty and the young bucks that they've got coming up that I'm excited about. Seeing play and Peter Crow Armstrong once he gets healthy again, and so it'll definitely be good to have those guys come up and play. On the Chrome pack, box 3, Aaron Nola, Josh Bell in a Pittsburgh uniform, and Garrett Cole here. Let's see, is it 99 or 150? What do we think? I don't know. It's 99. Of course it is. 35 out of 99 on the Garrett Cole. I'll tell you what, looks exactly the same. Oh, man. Let's see. Man, I could see it just a little bit, but if you had me to stake my dinner on which one was the darker one, I would lose. But that is close. Yep. Yeah, those are 1 in 24 packs. So it's basically 1 per box. So those odds are per pack, not per box. So you're good, Daniel. Those are so we've seen so far 2 of those. We've seen the Lou Brock and the Larry Walker in the first 2 boxes. So that is why that 1 in 24. It's a 1 in 1 per box type hit. So maybe that's the one I missed in the first break. I don't even know, because maybe I just flew right by it, not expecting that high number to be him. I doubt it though. I think I would have noticed. I would have noticed him. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident about that. But you never know. Never know. Guess we'll see. See when we ship out. There's Josh Bell in his Nationals uniform. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see. I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. I was just talking about the odds of getting one of them. I got it. I got it. It's Monday. I'd say it's Monday, but man, it's just I got it. I see what you're saying now. But definitely, I have not looked to see if there are any of those on eBay or not. The other thing too is hopefully people realize what it is, right? Anyway, I'm sorry here. Franklin Kilome, 130 out of 150. That people realize, what that is, right? That they just don't zip through it and they're like, oh, okay, it's just, Jared Kelnick and move on, right? Because that would be doing him a disservice to check, for that style of parallel. Even if it comes in that, if people are breaking and they're not realizing that that's a short printed card. 300, good grief. Yeah, non-auto rookie card, that makes sense. Not for the price. I'd rather spend, if I'm going to go 3 bags on something, I'm going to go after his Bowman autographed card, which I don't know if it approaches $300 or not. All the other redemptions, yeah, that's interesting. I would assume when he first came up with the Mets that his Bowman cards were his first autographs. But that's the whole debate too, right? About what Topps is going to do with their update series, or who's going to be a part of what series, and where they're going to have their their first cards and all that kind of stuff. Because Wander Franco is part of that conversation, right? He hasn't had I don't think he's had a Topps card yet. He wasn't in Series 1. He wasn't in Series 2. And I don't know if he's going to be in the update set or not either. Yeah, 2018 Bowman. That makes sense. Kicking myself for not picking up some of those when they came out. Kicking myself too for not picking up more Alonsos when they first kind of started talking about them. Man, I wish I would have just owned up on and just bought a whole bunch of Alonsos. Hindsight, though, right? Always some hindsight. Yeah, it's interesting that they put Franco in Series 1 for next year, because the number one consensus prospect, right? And then also he came up, right? So no brainer to have him in the update series, or something to run that series and make it something people want to go after. So it's just interesting of why they want to put that off until next year from a marketing perspective. Obviously it'd be interesting. He'll obviously be in a ton of stuff next year, including probably Inception and all the sets that here's another team script for Mitch Moreland going to the Oakland A's. To have him, in those sets for the year, and the same thing for Jared, right? Like, he's going to be a big one for next year. Trying to think of a couple other ones that are kind of up right now. Like for the Braves, Pache has got cards all over the place this year. Bohm for the Phillies is all over the place. The Blue Jays are all their guys have all already been carded up, right? Between Biggio and Bichette and Guerrero, like they've all been around for a couple years now. For the Padres, you had Cronenworth. For the Cardinals, you had Carlson. All these guys have got their cards already this year. So who's left? For next year, you got Casey Mize has already got plenty of cards. Mackenzie Gore for the Padres has got cards. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Tom Seaver. Hello. That goes to the collection. Here's our high number for this box. Sorry, man. Here's our high number. Tom Seaver. It had to be somebody. At least it was Seaver. That is 310 out of 320. Yeah, September call-ups. But the interesting thing is let's see what the rosters are going to even do this year in September, right? Because they're, the trades can only happen for a few more days for playoff rosters. So I don't know. I don't know who's really due to be called up. Because if I look at the Mets, right? Because I know them more than anybody. Alvarez has got cards. not regular tops, but from an inception perspective, maybe Francisco Alvarez, maybe Ronnie Mauricio. Here you go, Leody Tavares here for the Texas Rangers. A little bit of tough auto here, kind of all squashed together. Leody Tavares. I don't know if that says a number. I think that's number 7 right there. It looked like first when you looked at it, but number 7. For Leody Tavares. Congrats here for the Texas Rangers hit. Yeah, Raleigh, he just hit a home run off my fantasy league pitcher, man, Frankie Montas. That's how I know who he is already. But true, very true. Raleigh was one of those guys for sure. But again, who else for the Mets? Beatty's not going to come up this year. PCA, Peter Crow Armstrong's hurt. So it's not going to be him. Maybe Alvarez, maybe Ronnie Mauricio, but he plays shortstop, right? And so we don't have a spot for him. So I don't know. We'll see. And plus, if the Mets are in the hunt, they're not really going to be calling up prospects in September. Yeah, I saw the replay of it. That was an absolute missile. That is definitely something to be excited about. Like I said, it's going to be pretty exciting. But definitely somebody who we'll see for next year. Here's a little bit of color for Christian Yelich for the Milwaukee Brewers on the Indigo. We got 120 out of 250. Yeah, missile. I mean, anything 100, 105, even though, dare I say, plus. Obviously, with Alonso, there are a lot of missiles that come off of his bat. 115 plus, even too. It's ridiculous. The velocity that these guys are producing today. Speaking of, there's Polar Bear. Yeah, but when those bombs start getting up into the third deck, upper tank of these stadiums, it puts the rest of the league on notice, at least to just say, hey, what do you got here? Here we go. I think this is Daz Cameron. Yep, Daz Cameron for the Detroit Tigers with a no name. Match that up here. I put the other one in a case. I forgot what the no names were. I'll probably end up loading those up anyway. I forgot exactly what those no names are out of. Trying to find my odds. No names were 31. 1 in 31 packs. The team swap was 1 in 42, and bazooka backs were 1 in 83. There we go. I knew I'd find it. Yeah, Mike Cameron's kid. That's right. A former Met. We were talking about earlier. Mike Cameron's a former Met. So I remember when he played. He played on the team in the early 2000s. 2004, 5 maybe. I think that's when he was wearing the orange and blue. Here's another autograph here. Now, here's an autograph we can write home about. Eloy Jimenez. Very nice hit here for the Chicago White Sox. A little bit of a scribble-scrabble autograph, but I don't think we're going to complain here. Eloy Jimenez, welcome back to the major leagues with a little E or something there on the other side. But very nice hit. Yep, former Mariner, former Met. Like Robinson Cano. Edwin Diaz. I can't say the same about Jared though, because he never hit the major leagues with the Mets. So I guess you can still call him a former Met, since he was part of the farm system. Him and Justin Dunn. I remember watching Dunn get drafted too. I was excited about him. I hope he pans out. McNeil just looked weird. I don't know why I stopped on it. Adamas Gallo. Yeah, Mike Cameron was one of those guys that was definitely underrated, kind of under the radar. Another guy like that the Mets had was Bernard Gilkey, kind of the same ilk. Good home run hitter, speed, outfielder. Just a good, solid overall player. He's having trouble walking. Oh well, that's the one thing in the league you can't walk, man. You got to keep that whip down somehow. I'm just throwing these two the two team swaps, name swaps into top loaders there. What is Dunn throwing? Did he throw like 96, 98? I can't remember. I thought he threw pretty hard. Almost everybody does these days, basically. Speaking of the Mariners, there's Kyle Lewis, a nice teal jersey. All right, last pack for box 3. Pentacles for Mike Trout. Closer to 94. Yeah, if he's throwing, and I'll say only 94, right? Then you better have some better secondary stuff, because topping out at 94, you're not gonna fool anyone. Dunn was one of those when his cards came out. I picked up a few of them, and then I should have picked up Kelenic instead, or more Alonso. That's all right. It's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to stock up on more of the closer Mets right now that are coming out. Hopefully coming out soon. All right, here we go on our Chrome pack. Aaron Judge, I think we just got one of those too. Pujols and Josh Donaldson on the, I'm going to say this is blue again. Should be out of 99. Yep. All right. 07 out of 99. Definitely hitting it nice on these colored chrome. These are definitely some nice hits. I'd like to see one a little bit lower maybe on the next box. We shall see. But definitely a nice round of color on the chrome packs as the box toppers. I'm going to start right side on these. Miguel Cabrera on the captain's card. Like I said too, these are definitely the most frequent of the inserts, followed by those tarot cards. One per box on the high numbered. Here's some more color here. This is Edward Olivares, 45 out of 75 on the mauve. Yeah, I definitely pick and choose. I will admit my favorite player growing up was Howard Johnson, and I would bet good good dollars that I have one of the most unique Howard Johnson collections, and I can say that because I've got when Donruss did their recollection collection, so kind of like the archive signatures of today. They did this in the '06 or so, '05, '06, '04, '05, '06, I think. I have them all. So I've got ones out of 4 and 5, and I have multiples of those types of cards. So I would, and I have every single card made from 1981 when I have his minor league card to his '83 rookies to his '85 tops traded and all that stuff. I would put my Howard Johnson collection up against anyone else's pretty confidently. The good thing is that both him and Alonso wear the same number, which has always been my favorite number growing up. And unfortunately, the Alonsos are a lot more expensive and a lot more numerous too, right? Like, the cards are just, as we talked about before, there are so many sets of so many players that it is so difficult to try to keep up with everything. You kind of have to pick and choose what set you want to go with and go for, all the parallels of one player or of one team or something to that effect, because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to find everything. Here we go. We've got the Swords tarot card here of Aaron Judge. The other thing too is, with breaks like these, this didn't exist a number of years ago, and so an Alonso per se out of 10, you might see 6 of them on eBay, right? In one fashion or another. Here we go, Mr. Clark Schmidt autograph for the New York Yankees. And so what ends up happening is today with breaks, there might be breaks going on of, let's say museum collection, right? And there's an Alonso card out of 10. 5 of them might end up just being busted in breaks for people who wanted them, right? Either of the Mets or of Alonso, if they bought an Alonso spot. And so what will end up happening is that you'll never see those on eBay. So the population of cards that are visible, I would argue, has gone down. You don't see them anymore. That was on the right side there. I think that's the first auto we popped on the right side of the box. And so I'm pretty sure that the population of the cards has gone down that you see, right? Yeah, see, there's that Dustin May again. So that's so weird. His regular base card doesn't have the logo. So you see the logo right there. That's the Negro League logo. And so his base card has it. And the parallel, which is the Negro League card, doesn't. And that just seems backwards to me. You would think it'd be the other way around. Yeah, there you go, right? But that's the thing, if you're trying to rainbow a player, and there's only 10 or 5, right? Like in Finest, which is another one of my favorite sets. Look at that. Here we go. Alex Verdugo autograph for the Boston Red Sox. And that is we'll call that the 1.5, because that is the team scripted variation as well. Congrats there to the Red Sox hit. That is a solid hit right there. Very nice. Nice Verdugo, team scripted. If you're trying, like Finest, right? So Finest, you had parallels out of 3 and out of 5. I have not seen a 3. I've searched a little bit, but I have not seen a 3. I've not seen a 3 of Alonso, that's for sure. I have a 5 of Michael Conforto from the Mets because I won it in a break. So that's how I got it. But, that's the whole thing, right? Nice here, blue of Clayton Kershaw for the Los Angeles Dodgers, numbered 66 out of 150, is that, so there's only 5 Michael Conforto finest, red refractors. And I happened to be in a break that's where it was pulled. So there's only 4 more out there. I'm not selling it. At least not right now. I'm actually going for the rainbow for that, because that was one of the harder ones to get. There's the 1 out of 3, right, that I have not seen at all. And obviously the superfractor. But the 5 is one of the more difficult ones, obviously, to get numerically. But it's become harder to try to do that kind of collecting due to the way, and I've seen comments and folks say, how breakers and this concept is ruining card collecting. I understand it. I get it. I certainly get it if it's folks that are doing it, as a business, right? Like, if you're doing this as a business, you got to go for volume, right? If you're gonna try to make any kind of profit off of this, you've got to get your supply direct and not go through third party vendors, which is what I do. I buy my stuff third party, because I'm not doing a business here, right? I'm not running a business. This is not for tax purposes or anything like that. It's a different. There's Sammy Sosa on our high numbers. That's not what I'm doing here. So, it's just a different. The concept of breaking, right, is foreign to a lot of people. If I tell folks, yeah, I get on I get on eBay and I sell the opportunity to win a card that may or may not happen, and people are like, "What are you talking about?" So I have to explain it, and they're like, "People pay for that?" I was like, "Yeah, I pay for that because I want to win stuff." Yeah. I mean, that would definitely. I think that concept would be an interesting one, right? Make it a picture variation of a 1 of 1, right? And obviously in this sport, you can do a lot of things, right? You can have batting, you can have fielding, you can have throwing, you can have a whole bunch of different things for that concept. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. The industry changes, right? We all know that the industry has changed drastically since cards have started. They've changed. They've just changed over time. Yeah, it's absolutely like gambling. I mean, when you have odds of something, here's a Keibert Ruiz, no name for the Dodgers. And you absolutely have a better shot at those, right? And so you have to, at the end of the day, figure out, if you buy into 20 breaks at X amount of dollars, was that better than just buying the, whatever card you're looking for outright? I mean, if you hit it on the 3rd break, then you're good. Exactly. You're specializing your odds is exactly what you're doing. And the good thing for me in the sense is, when I open all these packs, obviously I'm keeping all the Mets, and I'm able to, get the other cards that would normally just sit in a box or what have you for me, out to folks who actually want them. I'm okay with that. Here's a Luis Campusano, San Diego Padres autograph. I want to say, is this our third autograph for this box? I think it was. You guys. I think this was the third auto for this box. I think we had the Clark Schmidt and then the Verdugo. Yep, we sure did. So that's the third autograph for this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so that puts us at 9 with one box remaining. Nope, I sure didn't. I didn't do anything, actually. So who knows if that'll hit me next year or whatever. Because obviously I have a record of all the stuff that I bought or sold. No, I didn't do anything. I just kind of, do this in my spare time, and that's it. So maybe I look into that if I decide to do this a little more, a little bit more, more volume wise, or what have you. So let me tell you, we have not seen any black and whites yet. We saw 2 black and whites in the first break. Black and white parallels. Yeah, so no LLC, no business license, none of that stuff. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then I'm screwed. That's a fact. Here's a indigo for Cole Calhoun for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'll definitely have to read up on that stuff. This is 189 out of 250. I'm not seeing any bazooka backs. Only two team script, 3 blank names. We've hit our SP short print base card per box. We've hit 4 of those so far. Right, and we've stayed away from the Jackie Robinson and the Roberto Clemente and Negro League cards. I'm not seeing any of those yet. I'm not seeing the mask up. But again, this is just one break, right? Like one case here. I was doing multiple cases. We'd probably be apt to see more of those. Yeah, I there's a couple breakers that I'm with that are off that do exactly that. They have Facebook groups and do all the payments just straight up through PayPal and things like that. So I don't know. That just seems like a lot of work. It's just, this is a little bit easier. Does it give more, money to eBay and stuff like that? Sure. So yeah, PayPal does have the same rules because I got one of those documents from last year from PayPal, so they definitely track that. But I'm gonna open up a box of top loaders here because I'm gonna need it for this last box. Get into our last sets. But moving it off eBay does get you off the fees, though, right? Like the closing fees and seller's fees and all that stuff. So I can understand that if you're going to do that, a lot more. Here's our box 5, our last chrome pack: Shohei Ohtani, Giancarlo Stanton, and Miguel Cabrera. Look at that! I asked for more color, and I got no color. So be careful what you wish for, right? Careful what you wish for. I asked for color, and I got no color. Still nice parallel cards, though. Yeah, the chrome set's kind of cool. Last time I'm just going to go straight up left to right and see what happens. There's Ohtani. There's a Ryan Castellani. That is a team script. Should probably be the last one of those that we see. And those team scripts are 1 in 42. So we've seen 3 on this side. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about that because it's interesting, right? They do the videos and they do the breaks, and I mean, I'll admit I buy into some of those, but you know, the tax man cometh somehow in some way every time. But like I said, you know, the industry and the hobby changes. Yes, sir. We did have an auto from the Red Sox. We had an Alex Verdugo. And I will recap that. I'm on the last box right now. What are we at? 10, 12? Probably about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and we'll be doing our recap. Here we go for the New York Yankees. Albert Abreu autograph. Yeah, it was a Verdugo auto, and it was also the team script variation. So on this one here, it's just the regular team name. The Verdugo auto, I have that. It wasn't that far back. Here it is. So there's the Verdugo auto right there with the team script on the side, so you can see how that's different than everybody else. So nice autograph and variation on that autograph there. I think that's the only. Yeah, I think that's the only one. I don't think we had any of the other parallels. But yeah, Daniel, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen. You know, I don't know. It's tough to say. You know what folks will do. What they'll. There's a bazooka back. Bazooka back. That's why we check the back. Kansas City Royals. Salvador Perez on the bazooka back. You, sir, are getting a top loader. These are the tricky ones, y'all, because that you don't know, right? Unless you flip them. There's nothing about this at all that that you can see from the front. And these the bazooka backs are 1 in 83, 1 in 83 packs. So those are that's a nice parallel. Rockies. I did get a Castellani on the team script variation. I'm looking at it, so I know I have it right here. It's actually on the top of the stack of the script. So there's the Castellani. I think that might be it. We will, like I said, we'll be doing the recap here. Just a couple few. Oh, did we get the Larry Walker in this one too? Yeah, we did. We got the Larry Walker on the SP. So a little bit of extended base. We got the Larry Walker as well for Colorado Rockies. Yep, that was helpful. These things are the worst. Remind me next year to buy like 1 pack of Gypsy Queen to make sure that I can actually open them properly, and then I'll go in for a break and for a whole case. I should have listened when I was watching the other ones, and they were the people who were breaking were saying about how difficult the packs were, and I said to myself, "Come on, man, how hard are these packs to open?" Well, careful what you wish for, because these were definitely not the easiest packs to open. I've been ripping wax for a while. I have to say these are the hardest packs I've had to open of this style. Here we go. What's his name? Will Craig. 61 out of 75 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rookie card, Will Craig. The the old style packs that you were folded over each other with the glue and all that stuff. Those were hard. Those were definitely not the easiest ones to open. But these here, where the cards are free and it's just they're closed on top and bottom. These have definitely been the most difficult that I've ever had to open that I can remember, at least. Still checking the backs. Unlikely we're going to see another bazooka, but you never know. Topps QA has definitely been out there sometimes. We doubled up on a team script in the first break. Oh, yeah, that's the trick right there. Get those open like that. There we go. Sherton Apostle. Texas Rangers autograph. We get that one all sleeved up. That's the second one for this box already. Sherton Apostle. Texas Rangers. Congrats on that spot. Let's see if we're going to hit a run here of packs that have nothing. No inserts. No nothing. Let's see. Nope, spoke too soon. There we go. Who's that? Is that Bubic? It sure is Chris Bubic. Bubich. I thought it was Bubic, and then I heard his name said somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually how you pronounce it." So, congrats to the Kansas City Royals spot. Nice, no-named parallel. See, those are easy. That's easy, right? You can pick up a no-name, pretty easily. The variations for Jackie Robinson and Roberto Clemente and all that stuff, not as easy. Oh, look at that bad boy right there. Hello to the San Francisco Giants. You, my friends, are the winner of a fantastically rare card. There's a mask up, y'all. Stop here for a little bit and we can take a look at this bad boy. There's that mask up variation right there for Evan Longoria. A little bit more in the focus right there. Kind of an easy one, right? Kind of easy to see the mask up. It is definitely the last three numbers right there. I think they look like 371. Is that what that is? Mask up. 771. That was close. One in 6,000. Excuse me. 1 in 1,651. That is a nice hit for the Giants. I got to check and see if they had the first break as well, because the Giants definitely overall. There you go, Daniel. Giants definitely were solid in this case. Nice hit right there for the Longoria mask. And that just stopped me in my tracks. I was talking about the how easy the no-name is, and then boom, it's like, hey, don't forget about these mask cards. 1 in 1,651. That's some pretty solid odds right there. I can't even do that in my head. 24 packs per box. That's a lot of boxes. Is that right? Is it 8 cases per one? There's our SP for this case. One of the greatest hitters of all time. My best friend's favorite player, Tony Gwynn. Congrats to the Padres spot here. Five boxes or 5 cases? Because 24 packs per box. Right? So 24 packs per box. And it's one in 1,651. Yeah, it's a little late for me to be doing this kind of math. That's for sure. All I know is it's rare. It's the most rare card we've hit tonight. That's without question. Getting down to our last few packs. Yep, yeah, 200. I was just doing that math in my head, right? So 240 packs per case, and you're talking it's 1 in 1,651. So about 6 or 7 cases. Real quick math for a Monday night. It's rare. Like you can put it that way. So, sorry, Daniel. That was a lot more rare than the Kelnick. We zonked on that one. Here's a black and white Arizona Diamondbacks Cole Calhoun. Those are at a 50. These are cool. I like the way this one looks. The black and white on this card. This you know the way that this looks, the art of this card, the black and white looks really cool. It's a nice vintagey type feeling. That is 24 out of 50. 24 out of 50 on Cole Calhoun. That is definitely that's a nice looking parallel. Now, Joel, getting down to our nitty gritty. Last 2 packs here. Like I said, when we go ahead and sort 2, we're going to go, obviously I'll go through them a little bit slower, double check all the parallels and everything. Recap following opening the last pack for our Gypsy Queen breaks for this year. Man, that right side is just a dud. That was so anticlimactic. All right, let me get squared away here a little bit on our parallels. Get them in an order so that we can have a look at them. I think we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 autos. So we plus 1 on that. Got these. All right, first thing, go right through. Welcome to our recap. We'll go through what we got hit-wise. Nolan Arenado, Vlad Jr., Max Kepler, Austin Meadows, Kepler again, keep those together. Arenado, Harper, Cabrera, Austin Hayes, Ketel Marte, Bueller, Molina, Soto, Bogarts, Tatis Jr., Acuna Jr., Bogarts again, Soto again too. Francisco Lindor and Christian Yelich. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you. Here we go. We got Soto on these Taros of the Diamond. Soto, DeGrom, Harper, Soto, Alonso, Judge, Trout, Alvarez, Yelich, Freeman, Chapman, Bogarts, Chapman, Freeman, and Vlad Jr. A couple dupes on some of those. That's all right. For our short print base cards, we had Tony Gwynn, Sammy Sosa, Tom Seaver, Larry Walker, and Lou Brock. Those were 1 per box. Came up just as we expected. For our Chrome parallels, came in the box topper. Cabrera, Stanton, Ohtani, Pujols, Judge, Bell, Nola, Pujols, Judge. Man, look at those. Back-to-back on those. Yohan Moncada and Chris Sale. For our no-names, we had Chris Bubich, Keibert Ruiz, Daz Cameron, and Jonathan Stever. For our team scripts, Ryan Castellani, James Karinchak, and Mitch Moreland. For our Bazooka back, had a show for Salvador Perez from the Kansas City Royals. Super solid hit here on the Evan Longoria mask up. 1 in 1,651 packs. Mask up on that parallel. Nice hit there. Chrome numbered Cody Bellinger to 150. And then Josh Donaldson, Anthony Rendon, and Garrett Cole all to 99. On our base parallels, serial numbered. For an insert, we had Buster Posey here on the mini, captain out of 250. Jared Walsh at a 250. Chris Sale, 250. Christian Yelich, 250. Cole Calhoun, 250. On the turquoise, Pavin Smith, 199. Carlos Correa. On the blues, Pete Alonso, Franklin Kilome, Clayton Kershaw. Mauve, we had Charlie Morton and Edward Olivares, and Will Craig for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And finally, the Cole Calhoun out of 50, 24 out of 50, black and white. Last thing to take a look at are our autographs. Sherton Apostle, Albert Abreu, Alex Verdugo with the team script. So that is a little bit more of a rare hit there. Luis Campusano, Clark Schmidt, Eloy Jimenez, Leody Tavares, Tyler Stevenson, Andy Young, Andres Jimenez, and Luis Garcia. That'll do it for the Gypsy Queen break for break 2 of our Gypsy Queen break. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate the conversation. If you guys just came in at the end to check the recap, appreciate you guys coming in to check it out. We will be doing another break probably in September, looking at Bowman Chrome coming up in a few weeks. So taking a little break between now and then. Again, appreciate all your business, and we will be shipping these out probably Wednesday get everything packed up tonight and out on Wednesday this week. Again, appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon.